Good afternoon, class. Welcome to Chapter 5.4, Write Linear Equations in Standard Form. And we've talked about standard form before. ax plus by equals c. So we've solved in slope-intercept form. We've solved in point-slope form. And now we have our last one, standard form. So we should know all three of these and be able to kind of describe each one and what we need to solve each one of these equations or solve into one of those equations. So standard form, the linear equation ax plus by equals c is in standard form, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a and b are not both zero. All linear equations can be written in standard form. So whether we have it in point-slope form or slope-intercept form, you can transform that into standard form, which you'll see today. So write an equation in standard form given these two ordered pairs. Now, I'm going to complete this in point-slope form, and then I'm going to complete it in slope-intercept form. So point-slope form first. Well, we know when we're given 2 points, we first have to find our m. So we know it's negative 2 minus 1 over 2 minus 1, which equals negative 3 over 1, which equals negative 3. So we have a slope of negative 3. So point slope form, you know you're going to choose a point. So I'll choose this first one, 1 and 1. So we have y minus 1 equals negative 3, x minus 1. So this is point slope form. So I'm going to distribute this. So y minus 1 equals negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 1 is a positive 3. Now, to write it in standard form, I need to bring this over, and I need to add 1 to this side. So the 1 will cancel out. That'll be my c now. So when I add 3x over, add 3x over, I have 3x plus y equals 4. So 4 is my c, b is 1, and a is 3. Okay, so again, let me just put that down. A is 3, b is 1, and c is 4. Now slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. Okay, plug in an ordered pair. I'll plug in this ordered pair now. Okay, with my slope that I found over here, I need to use that. So negative 2 equals, my slope is negative 3 times 2 plus b, which negative 2 equals negative 6 plus b. Add 6 over, add 6 over. I know b equals 4. So if I rewrote it, y equals negative 3x plus 4 now, slope-intercept form. Add the 3x over, add the 3x over, 3x plus y equals 4. So you can see that using point-slope form or slope-intercept form, you can write it both in slope or standard form. Another example, write an equation in standard form of the line through 3, negative 1, and 2, negative 3. So either way, I have to find my m first. So negative 3 minus a negative 1, which these turns into pluses, and then 2 minus 3, which is negative 2 over negative 1, which equals 2. So get a positive 2 here. So let's solve. I'll show you again both of them. Just quick, let's use point slope over here, and I use slope intercept over here. So let's say y plus 3. I'll choose the second one first then. Y plus 3 equals 2, parentheses, x minus 2. Y plus 3 equals 2x. I'm distributing the 2 outside, minus 4. I'm going to subtract the 3 over to this side. I'm going to minus the 2x over. So I get negative 2x plus y equals negative 7. Negative 4 minus 3, negative 7. Your 2's cancel out here. Your 3's cancel out here. And then the negative 2x plus y. You can't combine those, so they're like terms, so we got to separate them. So let's try that with the slope-intercept form. We have our slope is 2. Let's choose this point. Negative 1 equals 3 times 2 plus b. Negative 1 equals 6 plus b. Subtract the 6. b equals negative 7. So write this in slope-intercept form. Y equals 2x minus 7. Subtract the 2x. Negative 2x plus y equals 7. So both in standard form. Okay, get the same solution. So you're going to have to pick which one you would like to solve. I don't know if one's easier than the other, but it's to your preference. So complete an equation in standard form. So now you're going to be given some information. So find the missing coefficient. Remember that number that occurs before the variable is called the coefficient. So ax plus 3y equals 2. So we're given an equation and we're missing the coefficient, obviously, is a, and they want us to find that. So write the completed equation. So this is the last part, is we have to rewrite it in standard form, just like it is right here, but we need to plug in an a when we find it. So you also know that negative 1, 0 is on the same line. So we know that this line goes through the same line here. So we can use this point to our advantage. And remember, we know an ordered pair is x, y. So we're going to plug it in. We know what x and we know our y. So we know a, and our x is negative 1, plus 3 times 0 equals 2. So I just took the 0, plugged it in for the y, took negative 1 and plugged it in for the x. So now I'm going to solve this. We know this is negative 1a then, plus 0 equals 2. So really negative 1a equals 2. Divide by negative 1, and a equals negative 2. So to rewrite this, I get negative 2x plus 3y equals equals 2, I'm sorry. So again, last step here, write the completed equation. Okay, when I find a, I have to plug a back in now. Okay, so you're taking the ordered pair, so you have to know. So sometimes they'll give you a graph, and they'll give you the standard form equation with the graph, and on that graph you'll have to pick out on the line another point that you know, and they told us here negative 1, 0. So we plug that in for x, we plug negative 1 in, we plug 0 in for y, and then we solve for the a. And then we rewrite it in standard form. Okay. So your homework. Let's talk about these first before I explain the story problem. Write an equation in standard form of the line that passes through 2, 2, and 4, negative 2. So it needs to be in standard form, and you can use point slope or slope intercept to find your standard form equation. Doesn't matter to me. Okay. Find the missing coefficient, just what we worked on. Okay, you're missing your a again, but they give us negative 2, 0 is another point. So find out what a equals. Okay, the story problem. T-shirts at a flea market cost $4.50 each, and shorts cost $6 each. You have enough money to buy exactly 12 t-shirts and 9 pair of pants. So I give you a hint here. First, plug in 12 and 9 into the equation first. Okay, $4.50 each. Each should be your x. $6 each. be your y. Okay, so plug these numbers in to find out what your total cost will be for C, because we don't know that yet. So you got to find that out. So after you find that out, you'll rewrite the equation 4.5x plus 6y equals the total cost when you find C. And then you need to find the x and the y intercept from that equation. Okay? So then you're going to graph it. So first you're going to write the equation in standard form, what we just talked about. Alright? You're going to graph that, and remember, this is going to be a segment. Okay, we're trying to find the intercepts, and you can't have a negative pair of shorts or a negative t-shirt, amount of t-shirts. So remember, it's going to be in quadrant 1, and it's going to be a segment on the intercepts. So think about that when you're graphing it. And then list several possibilities. So again, look on that line and think about what other possibilities they could be. And when you plug it into the equation, make sure that it all adds up and is equal on both sides. Okay, so if you have any questions, please email me. And I'd love to help you. So I hope you have a wonderful night, and I'll see you tomorrow in class. Take care.